Well, guys, back with another video. Uh, Happy Memorial Day, by the way. Uh, I hope everybody's having a safe, good Memorial Day. We have a new addition to the Paw Patrol here. Her name's Daisy. Of course, everybody knows Cosmo, but this is another new addition, and I'll get to another one I hadn't made a video on here shortly. I'll make another whole video about that car, but this is actually a anniversary edition car. It does not have the correct wheels on it, of course, but it's a 78 model 25th anniversary car. I have a soft spot for these cars. I always loved C3, love C4 as well, but this car I bought from a really good friend of mine. He had it, and the people before had done a lot of work to the car, retrofitted new air conditioning on it, still had the 350, of course, and it wasn't nothing spectacular done to the motor, but just creature comforts stuff. But they had that's a really clean old car to be a non-restored car. I mean, it's not terrible. I believe those are going to be the original miles. I'd say about 34,000 on it. Nobody drove these cars a lot. They really, didn't how do you say it? They wasn't the most comfortable cars ever, but so nobody really drove them a lot. So 34,000 is not a big stretch for me to believe. Just looking at the pedal wear, everything on the inside of the car, original carpet, stuff like that, door panels. Shocking thing to me, these cars were mostly the silver and gray colors, but this car was actually a white with like tuxedo black interior in it. So open the hood. I forgot about doing that. But this car was this original white color. Now, I'm not saying it didn't have a repaint at some point in time, because I can see places where you can tell there is paint that has been replaced. But let's see, hood latch, do you work? Let's see. Yeah, you do now. But somebody had put a aluminum radiator. Still has the aluminum coming off, going to the heat riser on the manifold. You just tell it's a nice non-restored car. But air conditioner, as you can tell, has been retrofitted, R134. The motor in this car does not run. Never tried to crank it. I was told that the motor was bad. It's not that big a deal. Don't care one way or another. I have another motor for this car, but even the original clamps for the breather hose was still on there. Once again, you can tell somebody had put an aftermarket aluminum core radiator in it. But just a nice old car. If you're a fan of this body style Corvette, I can see somebody's put some aftermarket speakers in there. It is in the South, so Confederate flag tag in the back, I see. But it is solid, no rust, no anything under it. I do have that badge. It's in the inside. But it is still a cool old car. it needs a, you know, some paint work done to it, but it's not terrible. But I've got the big block fixing to go back in the 74 in the basement or whatever, and it is 90% put together. I need to put the intake on it. I'm gonna crank that thing up on the run stand to break in the new cam we got for it, and before I put it in the car, because if anybody has ever tried to change a cam in one of these cars in the car, it's easier to take the motor out because it's a pain. And well, we all know the word, but so I'm gonna break that motor in on the run stand and take the 283 off and put that thing on the run stand. Now, my dilemma with this car is that is the original motor. It is a 4-bolt main, supposedly, by the code, but who knows. But I don't know what's all wrong with it. I was told that it was blown up. The person ran it without oil, and so it locked up. So that's the dilemma. It is a 78. It's one day will be worth a hell of a lot more money than what it is now. But I do have a really nice 350 that's in this truck right here that runs and drives great. This thing has got a 70 model 350 with the factory double humps, with accessory boat hose, that was a 300 horsepower motor factory, but it's got a small cam in it and little stuff, and it runs great. And I have a 283 that I'd built that's on the run stand to put back in this thing that originally came out of that 64 wagon, which I put another big block in it, but this is a 64 as well, so I could actually take that motor, that 283, and put it in this truck. But it's got new exhaust, stuff like that. The truck would actually be a decent running, driving little truck with the 283, but I just haven't done that yet because I didn't have a need for the 350, and it was just as easy to leave it in the truck and still use the truck as a farm truck around here. But there's another, that's a little 283 and a Power Glide. 8.8 back in, 8-inch rallies. But this is another car that I'm going to make a whole nother video on, but just to show y'all. Oh, and if you're still watching, it's Memorial Day weekend. I know everybody's busy, but I would love to get over 1,000 subscribers. So I'm pretty close to it. So I'd really like for y'all to tell your friends. There's old lady. Tell your friends. Hell, subscribe. It'd mean a lot. Hell, I do this for fun. It's not that I make any money off of it, so it doesn't really matter. So, but it would just be like, hey, I'd like to get 1,000 subscribers. Then see where it went from there. But Lady and Daisy don't get along very well. Lady, she is, as you can tell, she's preggo. We've got 2 male dogs, Cosmo, of course, being one, and then we've got Nelly, the little French bulldog. But I don't know if he was tall enough to get the job done, so I don't know. We'll see shortly who the father is. But if anybody needs any free puppies, we'll have some. But I did acquire this little car. It was one of my, as a kid, I remember riding in these a lot, and this is a 88 model 325i. It runs actually really good. It needs a fuel pump. I bought it from the second owner, and it came out of Atlanta. It's got a troop tag because that's where his shop was at, but they lived in Atlanta, but it's not terrible. The interior's actually, for an 88 model, is not bad. No rips, tears, anything like that. It's a 5-speed manual car, sunroof. No real big damage to the car. I mean, the only thing I know I need to replace is the hood cable, because if anybody knows anything about these cars, they're notorious for breaking. So then you have to use that little slot to put a screwdriver in to pop the hood. But the car, I think the last time it was tagged was 2020. But I love this little car, and it would be something really good on gas. Get a little paint job. It is a 6-cylinder 5-speed car, but I love this. And of course, I hadn't really done anything with the tick yet. I did put a battery in it the other day, and it's I'm sure it's plagued by wiring issues, so it is what it is. But I'll get around to that car one day. I just love owning it and knowing that I have it. I watched an old Barrett Jackson video from where the Risky Business car sold, and oh my gosh, that thing it brought $1,800,000 back in the day. And but it was a beautiful car, and it was a movie car. And not saying that my car is worth anything like that. I mean, my car is basically a parts car compared to any of that stuff. But I just love those body style cars. But I guess I need to cut grass here in a little bit because it's getting high. Caleb, I think he's coming home tomorrow. But yeah, needless to say, this car will be for sale. I'm gonna take that motor out. I don't think I'm gonna rebuild it. I guess I need to see what the damage is, and if the damage is nothing to the block, or I don't have to spend a shit ton of money on machine work, and it didn't throw a hole in the side of the block, I will probably reuse that block because it is the stock numbers matching 350. That's the only reason why I would ever do that. But because it is a turd, I'm sure it's got 100 and maybe 70 horsepower, but and that's being very, very I guess generous. So if not, and it's a hole in it, or if it looks like it's going to cost way more, or if it's spun a main bearing and I have the block, you know, line honed, I'll just throw that 350 in it. That runs perfect. And if somebody wants to buy the car, I'll throw the other 350, that one, in there with the deal. So, but it is definitely going to be for sale. I don't love these cars. I like a C3, but I don't like the bubble back glass. To me, that kind of reminds me of a dead-gum, I don't know, 3rd gen Camaro, you know. So I would rather have the 76 back cars. To me, were better looking. But if anybody is interested in this thing, I will definitely sell it. I will sell it like it is, or I will sell it running, either or. But I'm sure, like I said, I have not tried to start it. I have not done anything. So, hey, I'm just taking the word of the buyer that I got it from, his word, and saying, hey, the motor was locked up. It did leak some fluids out when I loaded it up. So I don't know if there's a hole in the block. Don't know. So, and it's one of those things where just look at your gauges, and if you think your car's using a lot of oil, just put some more oil in it. But hey, that's just a little reminder. This car did have brand new tires put on it and all brand new brakes all the way around, in which if anybody has put brakes on these cars know that the calipers are really expensive, and it does have good brakes on it. We put it up on there, it stopped fine, but I do need to get one new cap for the back of that one. One right here is missing, so I need to get a new cap for that. But yeah, but if y'all can tell your friends, I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers, and be cool. But I will make another video on this car if it doesn't sell before then, of me swapping the motor out, and the next video will be of the 454 on the engine stand, or the run stand running. It's got a, can't remember the, I'll put the cam specs and everything on there when I actually get it running, but it'll actually be a healthy little motor. It's got a set of 396 heads on a, it's a flat top 454, so it ought to make close to 400 horsepower and close to 500 foot-pounds. So it ought to be decent in a Corvette and a 4-speed as well. But like I said, hope y'all have a safe Memorial Day, and until the next one, y'all have a good one. See ya.